They're a shell address that are funneling a multi-million-dollar jam. Yeah, multi-million-dollar jam. Here. I show you. Boom. Okay. I can't even show you like that. They use this address to shield this rehab. But here, I'll show you right here. I'll just show it to you differently. Okay. It says they tricked the whole system. So I'll just read it to you. I'll just read it to you aloud. Okay? There is no zoning permit for a rehab facility at the address he was at. There is no zoning permit. There is no, for that facility, for that house, there is no zoning permit for a rehab there. Instead, this address was used as a corporate legal launch pad to secure a permit for a different property down the road. So this used to be a church. This church sold this property. The secretary of this church sold this property to who now owns it is the CEO Caitlin, and it was sold to her husband for $518,000 in 2021. And so what they didn't do was change the church's headquarters from that address to its new address on Tabor. So not only that, the real permit location. So in January 2021, Caitlin Harden used the church's corporate backing to apply for a special use permit from the Paulding County Planning Commission when she is not even a part of the church. So that doesn't make any sense. She's not on the board. Her husband's not on the board. How could she use the church for corporate backing to apply for a special use permit? Not only that, the shell address, the actual physical permit was granted for a whole different address. This is where the physical cash flowing rehab facilities like Hope Harbor. So that's it. The actual address that's the cash flow. That's where it's at. That's what it is. I found the address where all this money is going. It's in Rockhart, Georgia. So this is where the physical cash flowing rehab facilities like Hope Harbor and Restoration Hope that they also own actually opened. Why they did this? By keeping the corporate office at the memorial and putting the drug abuse treatment and education program permit out on Wood K Road, the network kept the high traffic rehab business hidden from the main town center. They used the church's legal status at Memorial Drive to shield the multi-million-dollar insurance billing rehab business operation elsewhere. Y'all welcome. So can y'all take a screen? I'm gonna say it again. Can you guys take a screen recording and I'll start it over? And can you guys just post this all over the internet and tell me when you're ready? All right, so I'm gonna do it again. So this is how we know Joe Fells and the house that he passed away at isn't a legitimate rehab. So there's no zoning permit there at that rehab facility for that address that he passed away at. It was instead used for a corporate legal launch pad to secure a permit for a different property down the road. And how this permit trick worked. The address cover for the house that he passed away at, that was the corporate headquarters for a church. They actually sold that church to the person who owns the house now was the husband of the CEO who is running the programs that Joe came for this facility for. It was called something else. I don't want to say that. But Greater Hope Baptist Church sold this property to them. What Caitlin didn't do was change the Greater Hope Baptist Church headquarters, didn't remove that. What she did in January 2021, she used the church's corporate backing to apply for a special use permit. And what the actual physical permit was granted for was a different address. It was on Wood Road K Road on Rockmart, Georgia. Rockmart, Georgia. This is where the physical cash flowing rehab facilities like Hope Harbor and Restoration Hope actually opened. Why they did this? By keeping the corporate office at Memorial and putting the drug abuse treatment and education program permit out on Woodcay Road, that network kept the high traffic rehab business hidden from the main town center. They used the church's legal status at Memorial Drive to shield the multi-million-dollar insurance building rehab business operating elsewhere. Papito, it's record. Lo siento. Está bien. Sorry, we all cut that part off. I froze. Okay, cool. Perfect. So yeah, I'll just repeat the last part again. 1 second, honey. By keeping the corporate office at where Josefeld died, putting the drug abuse treatment and education program permit out on Woodcay Road instead of where he was actually at, they kept a network of high traffic rehab businesses hidden from the main town center, and they used the church's legal status at Memorial Drive to shield the multi-million-dollar insurance billing rehab businesses operating elsewhere. We need this recorded and posted elsewhere on the internet. It can't just be me. All right, I'm gonna just read